It's Friday, April the 10th, 2026. You're listening to the DX Today AI Daily Brief. Today, CoreWeave and Meta strike a $21 billion cloud deal. Amazon reveals its AI revenue has crossed $15 billion, and OpenAI sets its sights on a $100 billion advertising empire. Let's get into it.
CoreWeave just locked in its biggest customer deal ever. The AI cloud provider announced an expanded agreement with Meta worth approximately $21 billion, stretching through December 2032. This adds to a prior $14.2 billion commitment, bringing the total relationship to $35 billion. The dedicated compute capacity will include some of the first deployments of NVIDIA's Vera Rubin platform. For CoreWeave, the deal is transformative. CEO Michael Intrator noted that no single customer will now represent more than 35% of total sales, easing concerns about revenue concentration. Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg has framed compute power as the central bottleneck to the company's AI ambitions.
Meanwhile, at Amazon,
Amazon's CEO Andy Jassy used his annual shareholder letter to reveal a striking figure. The company's cloud unit now has an AI revenue run rate exceeding $15 billion, marking Amazon's first public disclosure of direct financial returns from its AI investments. Jassy said the numbers are ascending rapidly, though growth is constrained by capacity limits across the industry. The company's custom chips business, including Graviton and Trainium processors, has hit a $20 billion annual run rate, doubling from earlier this year. Amazon has committed roughly $200 billion in capital expenditure for 2026, primarily focused on AI infrastructure.
Now to payments and AI agents.
Visa and blockchain startup Nevermind have launched a system that lets AI agents make card payments autonomously. The integration combines Visa Intelligent Commerce, Coinbase's X402 protocol, and VGS payment infrastructure to bypass traditional checkout flows designed for humans. Users and businesses can register Visa cards and authorize agents to spend within defined guardrails, including budget limits, peer purchase cap, merchant restrictions, and time windows. The move addresses a growing monetization gap. As AI agents increasingly browse and consume content across the web, publishers and service providers have lacked a practical way to charge for that usage. Visa also expanded its intelligent commerce framework this week with a new integration layer for secure agent payment initiation.
Turning to OpenAI's advertising ambitions.
OpenAI is betting big on ads. According to an Axios report, the company has told investors it expects to generate $2.5 billion in advertising revenue this year, scaling to a staggering $100 billion by 2030. The growth trajectory is aggressive. Internal projections show ad revenue climbing to $11 billion in 2027, $25 billion in 2028, and $53 billion by 2029. The company's ad pilot already earned $100 million in annual recurring revenue in under 2 months, with more than 600 advertisers on board. The strategy assumes OpenAI products will reach nearly 3 billion weekly users by the end of the decade. It's a sharp contrast with Anthropic, which recently declared Claude will remain ad-free.
Over at xAI, a leadership shakeup.
Elon Musk is reshuffling the leadership at xAI ahead of SpaceX's planned initial public offering. 3 Indian-origin engineers have been elevated to key roles. Devendra Chaplow will lead pre-training, Aman Madan takes charge of model factory and tooling, and Aditya Gupta will head post-training and reinforcement learning. SpaceX executive Michael Nichols has been named president of xAI. In an internal memo, Nichols acknowledged the company is clearly behind its peers and needs to move quickly. The restructuring follows the departure of 8 of xAI's original co-founders since January, including Ross Nordin, one of Musk's closest deputies. It signals a more urgent, execution-focused phase for the AI startup.
Now to Meta's newest model.
Meta has unveiled Muse Spark, its first major AI model built from the ground up by Meta Superintelligence Labs. The unit is led by Alexander Wang, who joined Meta last June as Chief AI Officer following the company's $14.3 billion investment In Scale AI, codenamed Avocado, and developed over 9 months, Muse Spark is competitive with leading models from OpenAI, Anthropic, and Google across many benchmarks, though it doesn't surpass them across the board. In a notable shift, the model is proprietary, breaking from Meta's open-source approach with Llama. Muse Spark will roll out across Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Messenger, and Ray-Ban Meta AI glasses. The Meta AI app has already climbed to number 5 on the App Store.
Anthropic has a new product for developers.
Anthropic has launched Claude Managed Agents, a composable suite of APIs for building and deploying cloud-hosted AI agents at scale. Available in public beta, the service provides secure sandboxed code execution, authentication, checkpointing, scoped permissions, and persistent long-running sessions. Developers define tasks, tools, and guardrails, while Anthropic's infrastructure handles orchestration, context management, and error recovery. The pricing is set at 8 cents per session hour on top of standard API token costs. Early adopters include Notion, Rakuten, Asana, Sentry, and Vibecode, with several already integrating managed agents into their products. Anthropic also moved Claude Cowork out of research preview, making it generally available for all paid subscribers with new enterprise capabilities.
And Perplexity is seeing a payoff from its pivot.
Perplexity's strategic shift from AI-powered search to autonomous agents is paying off in a big way. The company's revenue jumped 50% in a single month, pushing its annualized recurring revenue past $450 million, according to the Financial Times. The pivot began in February when Perplexity released an agent product called Computer and added Model Counsel for comparing outputs across models. To reflect higher compute costs, the company moved to usage-based pricing with credits for premium users. Perplexity now reports more than 100 million monthly active users and tens of thousands of enterprise customers, operating at a valuation near $20 billion. The company has set an internal target of $656 million in ARR by year-end.
In the funding world, 2 notable raises.
Trent AI, an agentic security company focused on protecting AI-driven systems and autonomous workflows, has emerged from stealth with a $13 million seed round. The funding was led by Local Globe and Cambridge Innovation Capital, with angel investors including an OpenAI technical staff member, a Databricks distinguished engineer, and other prominent figures in the AI community. Trent AI is positioning itself at the intersection of 2 booming markets, AI agents and cybersecurity, building tools to secure the growing number of autonomous workflows operating across enterprises. As AI agents gain more autonomy to execute real-world tasks, the attack surface expands, and Trent AI aims to be the security layer that keeps those systems in check.
And another enterprise AI investment.
Cyberhill Partners, a professional services firm specializing in enterprise AI solutions for Fortune 500 organizations and U.S. government agencies, has secured a strategic investment of up to $11 million from Ballion Capital. The firm focuses on deploying AI capabilities for large enterprises and government clients, a sector that has seen explosive demand in 2026 as organizations race to integrate AI across their operations. This funding comes at a time when global AI venture investment shattered records in the first quarter, with investors pouring $300 billion into 6,000 startups worldwide, up over 150% both quarter-over-quarter and year-over-year.
In robotics, a breakthrough in physical AI.
California startup Generalist AI has released Gen 1, a foundation model that teaches robots physical intuition rather than rigid code. By training on over 500,000 hours of real-world interaction data captured from wearable sensors on human workers, Gen 1 achieves a 99% success rate on delicate manual tasks. The model can master tasks like servicing robot vacuums, folding boxes, and packing phones, completing them up to 3 times faster than previous state-of-the-art. Perhaps most impressive is its ability to improvise. When a robot powered by Gen 1 drops a component, it figures out how to recover and try again, demonstrating emergent problem-solving behavior that goes beyond its training.
And finally, a record-breaking quarter for AI funding.
The first quarter of 2026 has shattered every venture funding record in the books. According to Crunchbase, investors poured $300 billion into 6,000 startups globally, marking an all-time high for venture investment. That figure is up over 150%, both quarter over quarter and year over year, driven overwhelmingly by AI. The surge reflects a market where AI infrastructure, agents, and enterprise applications are commanding unprecedented capital. Major rounds from companies like AI, OpenAI, and Anthropic headlined the quarter, but the growth extends well beyond the giants. North American funding surged across all stages, from seed to late stage, suggesting the AI boom is lifting the entire startup ecosystem.
That's your briefing for Friday, April 10th, 2026. For DX Today, stay curious.